Have you ever wondered why millions of tourists travel to London every year just to watch a group of soldiers stand still, not even blinking, while wearing those iconic bearskin hats? The answer is simple. The King's Guard isn't just a group of royal bodyguards. They are a living spectacle, a symbol of power and tradition that draws visitors from all over the world. But what most people don't realize is that these soldiers are part of something much bigger, one of the most profitable markets in the world: luxury tourism. Who really profits from this experience? Why does the presence of the King's Lifeguard and their majestic horses on London's streets directly impact five-star hotels, fine dining, and exclusive VIP experiences? More importantly, how has this centuries-old tradition turned into a money-making machine for the British monarchy? If you think the Royal Guard and the Queen's Guard are just there to protect kings and queens, it's time to see what's really happening behind these iconic scenes. Get ready to uncover the secrets that turn pomp and tradition into a luxury empire. Most people think the King's Guard is just a royal tradition, a group of soldiers standing still, guarding the palace, and occasionally shouting at annoying tourists. But what if I told you this entire spectacle is actually a multi-million-dollar business? We're not just talking about ticket sales for Buckingham Palace tours. Luxury brands, high-end travel agencies, and even the British monarchy itself are cashing in on something much bigger. Let's break it down. Every day, thousands of tourists gather outside Buckingham Palace and Horse Guards parade, cameras ready, waiting for that perfect shot of the King's Guard or the majestic King's Lifeguard horses. It looks like a free attraction, but the money flowing behind the scenes is anything but small. First, let's talk about luxury tourism. Wealthy visitors don't just stand in the crowd with everyone else. They pay thousands of dollars for exclusive VIP experiences, private tours, behind-the-scenes access, and even Meet the Guards experiences are all part of a luxury travel package sold at insane prices. Companies specializing in high-end travel sell these curated royal experiences for anywhere between $5,000 to $20,000 per person. And guess what? They sell out every single time. It's not a coincidence that some of the most expensive hotels in London, like the Ritz, Claridge's, and the Goring, offer royal experience packages. These aren't just five-star rooms. We're talking chauffeur-driven rolls, Royce tours past Buckingham Palace, private afternoon tea at a palace-adjacent venue, exclusive access to events featuring former royal guards. And here's the best part. People pay thousands of dollars per night just to feel like they're part of the royal world. The King's Guard is just the bait that hooks them in. Think those little souvenir shops selling miniature King's Guard figurines, keychains, and bear fur hats are just tourist traps. The British monarchy has an official gift shop that sells King's Guard merchandise at premium prices. And if you think no one is buying, consider this. A simple Buckingham Palace souvenir mug, $50. A handcrafted King's Guard figurine, $500. A limited edition handmade replica of a guard's uniform, over $10,000. This isn't just small change. Merchandise sales related to the monarchy generate over £150 million per year. That's nearly $200 million. And a big part of that? The iconic King's Guard. Here's where things get crazy. Have you ever noticed that the Guards' uniforms always look spotless? Or that the King's Guard horses seem to have perfectly polished saddles and luxurious accessories? That's not by accident. Luxury fashion brands and high-end suppliers quietly partner with the British monarchy to provide royal-approved items. Fabric suppliers for the red uniforms, high-end textile companies that also supply luxury fashion brands. bootmakers for the guards, the same craftsmen who make custom shoes for billionaires. Even the horses' gear. Some of it comes from the same manufacturers that supply equestrian accessories to royalty around the world. And when a brand gets the royal seal of approval, their value skyrockets. People pay absurd amounts for a piece of that royal association. At the end of the day, who benefits the most from all this money? The answer is simple: the royal family itself. Buckingham Palace attracts over 15 million visitors a year. Many of them come specifically for the King's Guard. But what most people don't realize is that a percentage of every luxury tour, high-end hotel package, merchandise sale, and even licensing deal tied to the monarchy feeds directly back into the royal estate. The guards might stand still, but the money, it never stops moving. So, who's really making millions? Luxury travel companies? Yes. Five-star hotels? Definitely. Merchandise and branding deals? Huge money. The British monarchy? The ultimate winner. Let's talk a little about the beautiful horses that the royal guards use in their daily routine. Did you know they are incredibly valuable? You can't just walk into a stable and pick a horse for the King's Guard. These horses go through one of the most exclusive selection processes in the world. Breed matters. The King's Guard primarily uses cavalry blacks, an extremely rare breed known for its strength, height, and elegant black coat. Finding horses that meet these exact requirements is difficult and expensive. Height requirements: each horse must be at least 16.3 hands, over 1.65 meters, tall, making them larger than most standard horses. Temperament is everything. These horses must stay calm under extreme pressure. Think loud tourists, sudden noises, and crowded streets. Only a handful of horses in the world qualify. And when demand is high, but supply is low, prices skyrocket. The result? A single King's Guard horse can cost between $50,000 to $250,000, more than a brand new Porsche 911. Buying an elite horse is just the beginning. Training these animals to serve in the King's Guard takes years and a fortune. Basic training, 1 to 2 years. The horses must get used to their heavy gear, marching in sync and obeying commands perfectly. Urban training. They're taken through the busiest streets of London to get them used to loud noises, flashing cameras, and massive crowds. Royal protocol training. They must learn to stand completely still for hours. No flinching, no reacting, no distractions. By the time a horse is fully trained, its value can double. The level of discipline they achieve is so rare that private collectors and billionaire stables are willing to pay any price for a retired King's Guard horse. Now here's where it gets even crazier. The King's Guard horses don't just wear regular saddles and bridles. Their equipment is handcrafted by the same artisans who create gear for royalty, celebrities, and billionaires. Saddles. Each one is made from the highest quality leather, customized for durability and comfort. Some saddles cost over $10,000 each. Bridles and harnesses made by elite craftsmen, often using materials like silver and gold plating for special ceremonies. Horse armor and decorative pieces. Some ceremonial sets are worth more than a Rolex watch. The British monarchy spares no expense in making sure these horses look flawless at all times. While most King's Guard horses remain in service until retirement, some are sold to private collectors, elite equestrians, and even royal families around the world. One of the most famous sales involved a retired King's Guard horse that was auctioned for over $300,000. Why so expensive? Because owning one of these horses isn't just about prestige, It's about power. They represent discipline, exclusivity, and a direct connection to British royalty. Beyond the purchase price and training, the daily upkeep of the King's Guard horses is on another level. Premium diets. These horses eat only the best, specialized grains, fresh hay, and carefully balanced nutrition. Cost? Thousands per year per horse. Medical care. They receive treatment from some of the world's best veterinarians. Luxury stables. Their stables are maintained at royal standards with round-the-clock care. When you add up the cost of selection, training, equipment, and maintenance, each horse in the King's Guard is worth far more than most luxury cars. Now, you know the truth. The King's Guard horses aren't just animals. They're elite, hand-picked, and trained to perfection. Their value goes beyond money. They represent centuries of royal tradition and excellence. So, next time you see one of these majestic horses standing outside Buckingham Palace, remember, you're looking at something worth more than a Lamborghini. What do you think? Would you spend 6 figures on a horse, or would you rather buy a luxury car? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more insane behind-the-scenes stories.